My Doordash people, how we doing today? So it is Friday, and I am in the middle of downtown Los Angeles. It's not a place that I prefer to drive, but by the breakdown of the thumbnail, this will explain why. I did get a order in my original area, and this is more for the people that try to wonder exactly how my hour for hour plays out. As you can see, I got an order, as you can see here, for X amount, and it showed that it came with a tip. Like I said, I had a sign in from 6:30 to 7:30. It is now 7:51, so I'm 20 minutes outside of my hour that just ended. And like I said, what happens is a few minutes before the end of my hour, being that I dash now, due to me being a top dasher, the exact reason why I like to be top dasher, because I can't schedule an hour at a time through a whole day. Now, a lot of people don't understand that, but when you're a top dasher, again, there is no scheduling. I can literally pick up my phone and just click dash now. I can pick it up and just start dashing without having to schedule at all. So when I say I schedule for an hour, I just really mean that once I dash now, I scroll the loop for exactly 1 hour, whether it's 5 to 6, 5:30 to 6:30, 6:30 to 7:30, so on and so forth. That's what I mean by scheduling myself for an hours of driving. I don't dash now and scroll the timer for 8 hours. And like I said, I found a loophole, and it's been working. It has been working for months. It's been working. And again, I'm posting it here. I end up making anywhere between, say, $25 to $40, sometimes $50 in my hour. And I'll get like to the 45-minute mark, the 50-minute mark, and I'll get one big order. And like I said, I noticed this before when I would drive my 8-hour and 10-hour shifts, where I would either schedule or scroll 8 to 10-hour drives on specific days, that at the end of that dash, whether it was 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, I would always get this big order. Not so much big order, but it'd be a high paying order. Never understood why. And I tested it for like 2 weeks, and it just kept happening and kept happening. And I'm like, what? Is it a coincidence that at the end of my dash, I always get this order that pays out big? And when I say big, it's normally $20 to $40. Of course, considering I'm a top dasher, I'm part of the large order program. And that's what a lot of people miss out on, is that I'm part of the large order program. So it's not just going to be some little McDonald's order that's going to grab me at the end of my hour for these big high-paying orders. I don't know why DoorDash does this. I obviously don't have a problem with it, but some people just don't understand. And this is how I dash. This is how I drive. I drive hour for hour. I don't drive for 4 hours. I don't drive for 6 hours. I don't drive for 8 hours in a dash. My dashes are literally 1 hour at a time. So, like I said, 45 minutes in, 50 minutes into that hour, I got 10 minutes left. Boom, they shoot me an order, $20, $25, $30, sometimes $40. And mind you, I've already made anywhere between $20 and $30 already as it is in that 45 minutes. It's just the payout here. In my service, I get a lot of tips, so I'll make $30 to $40 in anywhere between 30 and 40 minutes. So I'll still have 20 minutes left. And I don't know what DoorDash's reasoning is to give me these orders, but these orders normally take me out of my zone. They normally take me out of my area. Occasionally it keeps me in, but it normally takes me out of my market a few miles. I think at most maybe 6 or 7, 8 miles, maybe, that it takes me out of my line, out of my zone line, which I don't mind, especially when it's an order that comes up that's anywhere between $20 and $30. And as you can see, again, by this order, and I'll show you the screenshots here, where there was the acceptance of the order at X amount. And you can see the time logged. Again, this is for an hour from 6:30 to 7:30. So it always runs me into the next hour, 10, 15, 20 minutes max. But it's what it is because it shot me that order 10 minutes before my hour was up. So of course, by the time I pick it up and get it dropped off, I'm gonna be 15 minutes into the next hour. But all I signed up for was 1 hour. But I found the loophole to get these big orders after every hour, and it's just been working out for me. And as you can see here, I think I ended up with a $63 hour. $63. So now you can imagine, that's just 1 hour. And this happens all the time. It's like I'd be making videos forever. This happens all the time for me. Once I figured out this hour for hour deal for me works, this is how I now dash. And I do anywhere between $30 and $45 easy every hour. So you can imagine if I'm out here on a 10-hour shift at $30 to $40 an hour, I'm anywhere between $300 and $400. Sometimes I have $50, $60 an hour. So over a 10, 12-hour dash, if I'm able to dash that long, it's really easy for me to make $400 to $500 just doing it this way. If I can make $63 in 1 hour, and like I said, mind you, I am a top dasher. I am part of the large order program, the catering side of it. They're just bigger paid, just bigger orders. They're not nothing crazy. It fits in my catering bag. So when I say catering, it's not like my car is full of just food. Normally these orders are over $100 in the sense of what the customer pays. And they call those catering orders for some reason, because for me, it's just like a paper bag from a grocery store, like how big with the handles. It's normally no bigger than that. Sometimes maybe 2 bags, 3 bags, maybe tops. It's very rare that I fill up a couple of catering bags. I can normally fit everything from an order inside one. And most of the time that catering bag is not even needed because it's all sealed up and everything. But anyways, being top dasher, that's already given me priority access to orders. To me, I get higher paying orders. I do get it because, like I said, I was out for a month not having top dasher and the orders sucked. They were just a bunch of $2 and $3 orders. So it's like, I get all you people that's not top dashers that aren't getting paid that. And I'm not even going to sit here and say that top dashers in other markets will make that. I can only speak for myself and my dashing and why I like to be top dasher. But like I said, the biggest plus for me is not scheduling. Again, that allows me to do this hour for hour where I don't have to worry, because you cannot schedule hour for hour. You cannot schedule, not being a top dasher, you cannot schedule an hour for hour. It's going to be impossible. So then you just schedule out a certain amount of hours that you want to drive, and that's just going to be it. So, like I said, as you can see, I don't have to schedule. I'm sorry, I just lost my train because I was merging onto the freeway. But yeah, this happens to me all the time where they're anywhere between $40 and $60 hours that I have, and I don't even worry about it because I know it's gonna happen, and it happens all the time. It's just every now and then I'll just do a video about it just so you guys can see that it is still working, because a lot of people will come back a month or two later and, hey, is your hour for hour still working? And yeah, I'll post up a few hours that I end up doing or whatever it is, just to throw another video out there. And every now and then I'll do a 10 or 12 hour day just so you can see anywhere between $400 and $500 that I'll make. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, just another update to the way I dash and how I make the money that I make. A lot of people question it because it doesn't happen, or they can't make it happen. It's because they may be missing certain keys. Whether it's being top dasher or being part of the large order program. And I tell people to be part of the large order program, which these orders are the ones that are paying out $30 to $50, $60 in one shot. No different than grabbing a number one from McDonald's. It's just you're grabbing a few bags of food, and it's anywhere between $30 and $60 that I'll make on these orders. So if you get a few of those in a day, especially if you're doing 10 and 12 hours, you can imagine how quick I creep up to $400 or $500 with all the other regular dashing orders that I get. So that is key. And being top dasher makes you qualify for the large order program. Well, you can't have the large order program that's your top dasher, because they both have the same requirements. So it's like, if you're a top dasher, then you qualify for the large order program. Now the problem there is because they have to invite you for the catering side. So I think they want to limit the amount of catering people out there, so it's not a flooded market for the caterers. So the large order program people. So we actually get those orders. If it was a flooded market of large order people, large order pickup people, then it's like you'll never see it. It'll just be like regular Doordash, regular orders, like now how it is. So I think that's why they limit the certain amount of the large order program. They just have just enough drivers, maybe a little bit more, just in case you have drivers that don't sign in or stop driving. Like then they still have some. So they don't never have like an exact number because they never know if people are going to sign in or not. But it won't be a flooded market with people they invite for the catering side. What they'll do is they'll probably accept X amount of large order pickup drivers. And what will happen is if there's no large order pickup driver available, then the lucky dashers that are just out there dashing, they're the ones that will get the orders sent to them. And they'll be surprised and shocked because they'll get a $20 or $30 order and they'll just be loving life. And that's when you'll know that, oh, it's because there wasn't a large order person available, a large order pickup person or catering person available, like me, to go and pick it up. So then they shot it out to a regular dasher, and of course you'll be happy to accept that order. So like I said, between being top dasher and that part of the pizza program, this is how I'm able to make the amount of money I make. Plus I'm in a market that pays very well, people tip very well, so it makes it a little bit easier, where in other markets it does not happen. But like I said, I just wanted to show you these screenshots of my orders. And like I said, it was the acceptance of the order. That was one amount that it showed. Now I showed you the actual mapping as well, where the time that was showing. And that was just kind of letting you know the time that it was going to take me to get there. And I was like 15 minutes outside of my hour that it was probably going to be. And then of course I took a screenshot of the final, which ended up being even more money than what I accepted it as. So, like I said, you never know, and this is why I accept every order. I don't expect you to, but this is why I accept every order, tip or not, because you never know what tip you will get or how much more will be added to that tip that you already have. In this case, I got more of an added tip, and I didn't even know about it. And I was happy. I was okay with the order being $26 and some change, and it ended up being $31 and some change. So, like I said, you just never know, or whatever it is. You're going to have some good days. You're going to have some bad days. You're going to have a lot of good orders. You're going to have a few bad orders. You got to take the bad with the good with the bad, and it'll all balance out. At the end of the day, like I will always say, it is the big picture. At the end of your dashing day, it's all about the big picture, not order for order. If you focus on order for order, you're not going to make no money because you're going to decline. And now you've declined so many orders. Then you get the $115 order and you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna accept that. But you declined $20 worth of orders for the sake, yes, you would have drove those miles, but I'm just saying, you would have probably made that money and still would have got a $15 order. So it's like, at the end of the day, that's money that you lost out on. And like I said, I'm not just telling you to drive no extreme miles per order. I'm not saying that. But if you expect it to be $15 and $20 orders every time one comes through, it's just not a reality. It's not going to happen. And that's why I accept every order that I get. And that's how I'm able to make the amount of money I get. If I decline my $4 and $5 and $6 and $7 and $8 orders, hoping for higher paying ones, there's no way I can make the amount of money that I make. So I will leave it at that, people. Like I said, just wanted to kind of reiterate my dashing style, my driving way. And I do this just because there's a lot of new people that'll come in and subscribe from the last time that I did a video. They may not have seen that one. So this will be another introduction kind of to them, just showing them how I dash, because I get a lot of people asking me what's the hour for hour, and I'll try to link the video that I did previously of my dashing schedule. And just so that people can understand and know, especially when they jump right into the middle of the channel, as far as the videos that I've made. So with that said, your boy C-Moto, I will leave you at that. I'm going to get back to my dashing. I think I am, since starting a couple of hours ago, I think I'm in the neighborhood of almost $200. Almost $200. I think I'm like 180 bucks. It's a little over two hours. Maybe 2.5 hours, something like that. So really good night so far. I could just keep going. And I probably could make $300 or $400 tonight if I ran until 9, 10 o'clock, as it's 8 p.m. now. So I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to start my next hour. It is 8:05 as we speak. So I'm going to get on my next hour as I'm a few minutes late, but I'm not worried because I know I will make that money. So with that said, your boy C-Moto, I will leave it at that. Until next time, people, you know what it is. Peace out.